Look, I got a song for you right here. It go like this. Hey, can't nobody say no when the Father say yes. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me, I ain't stressed. Hey, I just know he got in all my steps. Tell him they ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, prayers answered, I think he hearing us. The Savior's still alive, we ain't got that much time. Tighten up while you playing with that grace. Sinning before his face, when it pop off, you can't escape. When the trumpets blow, it ain't no wait. Let me get myself together, hold up. I wasn't ready, keep that all in your lamb. Sword in your hand, don't you trust in no man unless they do what he's saying. The Messiah is our example. In his name, it ain't nothing that you can't do. I wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go, it's a sample. These ain't bars, these is parables. You ask me what this walk is all about, I'ma tell you flat out, repentance, endurance. You know, you gotta have the strength to keep going regardless of what it look like. The world say no, the Father say yes. No matter what they saying about you, to you, look to him. All of the answers is in that book. Trust me, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, hey, overwhelmed, I fall to my knees. Father, thank you for this air that I breathe. My good health and the fact that I believe. I can't believe you chose me, I don't understand. So many are more worthy. I know a few more qualified, they have it all. He don't call the prepared, he prepares the call. When he call, who gon' answer? Against the evildoers, who gon' stand up? Fearless, mercy to the stranger, the widow and her children. You do wrong and they rebuke you, that's a real friend. Hold on to that, that's priceless. These nations throwing stones at the throne, don't know what's going on, provoking him to anger. One day he gon' show him, the Lion of Judah. I don't think they ready. Euphrates River dry, we getting close to Armageddon. Whoa. Somebody better tell them who they playing with. The ruler of armies, yeah, the savior on his way again. Nations gon' be bowing down at his presence. The same mouths that blaspheme, confessing. I don't wanna get caught on the wrong side. When he crack the sky, it's gon' be terrifying. So it's the covenant we cleave to. Abba, have mercy on your children, we need you. We keeping the laws, commandments in your feast too. I'm trying to see that land of milk and honey. Got a sweet tooth, the devil is a lie. Now we gon' preach truth. You get one life, ain't no sequel. The last season, Moedim, ain't no getting through them gates without that blood on you. I can tell he ordering my steps, cause when the world said no, the Father still said yes.
All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. And we have a good show for you today. As you can tell by the title. And the title is Being Effective in Your Spiritual Development. And with this, this is picking up off the last episode we did. We're going to go in a little deeper on just some very core level foundational stuff. And what this is going to do is it's going to help people get people who might be stuck. It'll help them get granular with getting themselves free. You know what I'm saying? Very basic, fundamental stuff. And what it'll also do is it'll help your discernment if you're dealing with people who just are stuck and not growing and just, you know, it'll really help you troubleshoot what's going on with them. So anyway, yeah, being effective in your spiritual development. And what we're talking about is, you know, it might be you, it might be somebody around you or whatever. And they are spiritually stuck. They just keep wrestling with the same thing. It's the same thing over and over again. And one of the little notes I put here uh, is what it comes down to. A good area to focus on is what the decisions that you're making in the dark, the decisions that you make when no one's around, when there's zero accountability. Are you staying righteous? You see what I'm saying? Because there's that Bible verse, what is done in the dark will be rewarded in the light. And in the dark, if you're doing stuff that's good and you're making righteous moves, you're doing 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5. You're casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and you're bringing it into captivity, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. If you're doing that type of work, it's gonna show in the light. You see what I'm saying? And that's that's it. Like, that's the core. A lot of times in my time dealing with a lot of saints and stuff like that, you know, I can't tell you the number of times. I'm sure y'all have heard me say this before. Can't tell you the number of times we see somebody and they struggling, wrestling with something, and everybody's pouring all this energy into them, and nobody can figure out why they're not getting free and everything like that. And then down the road, come to find out, in the dark, in the background, when nobody's around, when it's just them and there's no accountability, they're choosing to not pour into themselves. They're doing something, where it's feeding whatever the issue is. And that, the way I've seen that, and the way I've spoke on that is, they'll be doing something like watching movies all the time, or playing video games, or on social media all the time, or just anything other than the work, putting it, like studying the word and getting their mind right, getting their mind aligned. You know what I'm saying? Pouring into themselves, building themselves up. They'll put on a good show for you, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's such a good saint. He's just wrestling with that. But behind, they come, put on that Grammy quality act out there for everybody. You do the good holy religious talk, but then when they get home, they go in their room or whatever, and it's just them and Yah, you know, and there's, hey, I'm gonna just veg out and watch this movie, or I'm gonna just play this video game, or I'm gonna just scroll social media and let it grab my mind and take it wherever it goes. And next thing you know, 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by. Next thing you know, you drifting off, you going to sleep, rinse and repeat for 6 days, and then you back at this Shabbat sitting in the deliverance chair, trying to get your mind right, and everybody pouring into you, but you ain't pouring into you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, what I'm getting at here is where that's the battlefield. That's the actual, where the actual literal bullets are flying, is when that relaxing, pleasurable desire comes to do this, that, or the other. Or you could use your willpower and study the word and work on whatever you need to work on. And that, the decision's made. You make the decision, hey, I'm going to just look at this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is the straight up battleground there. And that is where, the focus has to be at, because at the end of the day, especially if we righteous, serious minded saints, at the end of the day, it's going to come out, through your actions. There's some situation you're going to get in, and it's just going to come out that, hey, you really have it. It always does. I have seen it. Like, I've seen it, man. I've seen people try to act like, be like, and, get corrected on something, but they don't really work at it. They're not putting the work in, doing what they need to do, and it ends up biting them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a real thing. Yeah, so I don't. We definitely coming back. We just got back today from the feast earlier today. That's why I don't have a whole elaborate, extensive show today. I was just coming on here to bring out a little something. But the feast was on point. It was awesome. It was encouraging. Just for me, what I try to do is take advantage to get chances to, talk to the leadership and see what they got going on, see what they could pour into me. So it's just a blessing being up there, seeing that. Also seeing all the saints, seeing how they're doing, just looking at all the brothers and sisters as a whole and the direction we're moving, getting more and more serious. And it's just, man, and just watching things unfold. I took a second and I was looking at the news today, man, and the stuff going on out there, like this thing with China and just over there in that Pacific period, all the stuff going on over there. And you could just see things coming together, for World War III. Me and the brothers, we had a great conversation. We had a lot of good conversations. The brothers of Straitway Studio, while we were up there at the feast, man, we were talking about a lot of this end time technology and just about this AI and quantum computing. And if you ever go look and listen to these people talk about quantum computing, I'm actually going to do it again just to see if they're saying anything different. But the quantum computing is like, they can't even explain what it is. Like it's a with a regular computer, you have a 1 or a 2, a yes or a no. But with a quantum computer, you have 3 bits. Instead of 2 bits, it's 3 bits. It's like a yes, no, and like a maybe. And basically what they're saying is, with the quantum computing, like the qubit and whatever in the hell that even is, it pops in and out of this dimension. And anytime you hear anybody say dimension, what they're really saying is it's going in the spirit world and coming back into this, fleshly world. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to it like that, because anytime I hear somebody talking about quantum physics and I'm listening to quantum stuff, is like, number one, they can't explain it. Okay. So they can't explain how the hell it works and what the hell it is. And then number two, it when you look at it according to the word, it sounds very simple. It's like, yeah, that's definitely, because the Most High is not the author of confusion. But you start listening to this quantum computing stuff, and I just like to listen to it to see how close they're getting to establishing it. Because if you look at this AI stuff, one of the big things holding it back is computing power. The computers that run Chat GPT and this other AI stuff, they take up whole buildings, So, but yeah, when I hear them talk about this AI stuff, it don't make sense when you listen to them talk about it. Okay. But when you look at it through a biblical lens, it's like, these dudes, I know they messing with Satan, man. And then you see all these UFO sightings and all this other stuff, so-called UFO sightings, these spiritual sightings, you could call it. Man, you know what time it is. Me and the brothers really talking about like chopping all this stuff up about how, you see one of the brothers tell me how Bill Gates is taking over farming. And dude, if his farming skills, like if the crops he produces are like goddamn windows, then bruh, it ain't gonna be good. Cause you see how pathetic Windows is. I had to, for the first time I got rid of Windows, it was a while back. I was in the middle of a spiritual combat episode, and Windows did a update right in the middle of my live stream. I was like, man, forget that. But yeah, so you see all this stuff. Like I said, Bill Gates, he's taking over farming and crops, and he's buying up farms and all that. I mean, me and the brothers, we're up there talking about all these different areas where we see signs that we need to come out of her. Whether it's buying food from these places, whether it's sending your school to the public food system, whether it's just being out there in the general public. And now they got like Decepticons out there, and men looking like women, women looking like men. You don't know what the hell it is. It's just anywhere you look at out there, the geopolitical spectrum and the potential for war, a serious question. And I say something that needs to be watched extremely closely is this thing with China and Taiwan. Because China is dead set on invading Taiwan. I mean, they're running they're literally doing the same dance, that Russia, was doing before they invaded Ukraine. They're sitting there acting like flying planes, or acting like they're getting ready to take them out and do all this stuff, doing all these military exercises. So the long and the short, everywhere you look, you see signs that, this thing is getting very unstable. Let alone, now, mind you, I have not been following any of the political stuff. So y'all could tell me in the comments what's going on with the whole election thing. I know we're getting close with that. I know something I do see, though, anytime I look at the news, everything, you see them trying to like put a political spin on everything. I know I've seen that. But all that to say, I went into all that to say that you see all this stuff going on. You see all these things coming to, just it's like they can't really get too much worse. Computer technology. Elon Musk getting ready to come out with a robot. Okay. What else? You see the chip, the brain BCI, brain computer interface. They're pushing hard with that. Like, it really can't go too much further. They got the nuclear weapons. Well, now they got hypersonic missiles that when you put a nuclear warhead on that, you can't shoot that thing down. It's a wrap. So it just, every direction you look, you see is like, yo, this is not sustainable. With the gay fur agenda and all that, how sustainable is that? You know, everywhere you look, every time. Now, I rarely go to, because I've been real busy with working on a lot of community stuff, business stuff, stuff like that. So it's rare that I walk into like the grocery store, this, that, and the other. But I went to the grocery store today, and it's literally like, because I was like, huh. I was walking out of the grocery store. I was like, huh, that's a I was like, that's different. I was like, this is the first time I went all the way out to the store and I got back to my car and I didn't smell any weed. Okay. But I wasn't halfway, I was almost halfway to my car, and sure enough, I smelled some weed. Somebody was smoking out there. And all it, man, they getting ready it's literally this society is getting ready to be perfectly wicked. Like everybody's practicing, because marijuana usage is sorcery. They got stronger strains that can cause psychosis. What is psychosis? Demonic possession. Any direction you look, I'm telling you, see pure evil manifesting. And what are they doing with the marijuana? They're putting fentanyl on it. A lot of marijuana, what they'll do is lace it with fentanyl. Because what? It'll give you a high, keep you coming back. They can get some trashy ass marijuana and spray that stuff on there. So literally, it's just, man, wickedness is compounding. And that's why I went through all that to bring it right back to being effective in your spiritual development. Because I watch a lot of people, they approach this book and this walk, and they approach this thing like Catholicism. Okay? That's why I do these granular videos, because so many people approach this walk like Catholicism, and it's ineffective. And the thing is, Satan has ramped up his assault. Like, he has ramped up his attack. Look, I'm thinking this stuff is like popping in my head now. Like, I look at, I get on, I be on, like I was on Facebook yesterday or today, and I was on YouTube today. I clearly see Facebook they have been changed their algorithm. Is very aggressive. I was talking to Brother Andreas yesterday, and he was telling me, no, it wasn't Brother Andreas. There's a brother I was talking to. He's a computer scientist, and he told me some interesting information. He said the majority of the people that these social media companies employ, you would think it'd be computer science, programmers, all this stuff. No, the majority of the people that these social media companies employ are psychologists, so that you could be brainwashed, so they could cast a spell on you to keep you locked in, do divination to you, so you hooked in to social media. Everywhere you look, wickedness is abounding, is ramping up. So we have to ramp up in our diligence. Like, no more can you be a approach Yah's word like a Catholic, like you're a Catholic or like you're a Christian, where you just go through the motions and religiosity, and I feel good on Sunday, and that's it. And well, yeah, you gonna feel good on Sunday, but Monday, your ass, Satan, your ass is Satan's. He got you. You're gonna be what? Looking at pornography, tempted to smoke weed. You're gonna be around all these heathens with all this. Who knows what these people out here saying now? People are telling me television, like regular, I guess mainstream television, then got so, you got so much gay for content on there, it don't even make sense. I quit watching television years ago now. Movies, I'm about done with movies. Now there is a movie coming out here soon. That's the new Transformers, and I don't mean the Transformers that I be talking about. The actual Transformers. You know what I'm saying? The robots in the skies, not people in the skies. You know what I'm saying? But there's a movie coming out, so I'm gonna check that out. It looks like they're not gonna mess that up, but I'm gonna approach with caution. So I'll check that movie out. But really, everywhere you look, there is an assault to get you sucked into some type of abominable act. Okay, everywhere. Election. You look at the election thing, man. That's getting ready to suck a lot of people in. And our political leader is the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? Christ's gonna come back to rule over this thing. We building a nation. I don't care who's leading this nation. He's clown. But the election thing getting ready to come up. And what's that gonna bring? Seditions, uprisings, civil unrest. Dang, Brother Bernard, wow. Look what he said. He said, every show and commercial, gay or feminist agenda, haven't watched in 3 years. Dang. Yeah, I think it's been about 5 or something for me. I don't watch the sports. Matter of fact, somebody told me yesterday that like the Celtics and the Heat are in the playoffs or something, or the Nuggets or something like that. And I found out about some guy, some Russian dude. He like 7 foot and he could dribble and shoot threes. I found all that out yesterday. That's how disconnected I am from anything going on, and perfectly content with it, But my new entertainment, I tell you what I watch in my free time is videos on pouring concrete, on clearing land. I'm just trying to get myself educated and everything, because most High willing, I'll be able to buy some land in a rural place here soon, if it's the Most High's will. But, so, and that's my desire. That's what I'm meditating on. But, yeah, y'all, all that to say, to get back to what I'm saying, everywhere you look is wickedness. And my point is, I see there are a lot, I can't tell you the number of brothers and sisters I run into that are they're just going through the motions of, oh yeah, I listen to the message and this, that. But there's no like diligent, conscious, willful, meticulous, conscious focusing on working on what needs to be, fixed or repaired or meditated on. You know what I mean? On what's going on. And this thing here, man, you can't just mindlessly, the way things are, like these people, like they were saying, the most valuable commodity, it used to be oil. It's no longer oil. Its attention is now the most like valuable, I guess you would call it a commodity or a thing that is traded and gone after out there. That's why, like, you go on any website, is asking for cookies, and so that they can see what you're interested in, so that they could grab your interest. Okay. And I'm telling you, y'all, I'm not far from deleting a whole bunch of my, social media stuff. It's just, I'm coming real close. I'm just trying to figure out what's working and what's not. And as soon as I get freed up and I could, focus on that stuff again, I'm gonna have to really evaluate whether, hey, I'm gonna continue to be on there or to what capacity. Because like my main thing now, is just focusing on getting on this land, living set apart. All right, somebody. All right, Shalom, Bobby Davis. He says shalom from Signal Mountain, Tennessee. All right. I don't know where that's at. Yeah, I never heard of that. But yeah, shalom to you. Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. But yeah, it's critical, y'all, that you really like, one of the things I have that pornography series going. There's more information coming. I'm gonna have to get with Teacher Shane. We're gonna go through like some of the history of pornography and stuff like that. He sent me some good information. Okay. He said Chattanooga. Okay, you stay on that big mountain in Chattanooga? Because there's a big old mountain out there. That's probably the mountain you stay on. But yeah, we're gonna continue with that because and even at the feast, man, I have brothers coming up to me, concerning that porn thing, and women wrestle with it too. But I tell those videos that I did are really telling brothers the level of intense fighting that they're caught in, because that's what catches a lot of people by surprise with this pornography thing, is they don't realize what type of battle they've went into, that they just gotten into. This is urban warfare, full spectrum type of warfare. Like urban warfare, I'd like to say that that's the most complicated, intense, difficult warfare, because you could be attacked from up, from down, left, right, anywhere the attack could come from. So it's a very intense warfare. Okay. So yeah, so I had to do those videos and explain to people the level, like, hey, look, we're not throwing rocks at each other. Like this type of warfare that we're in now, when it comes to this technology, okay, because this technology, let's not get it twisted. It does a lot of it can mess you up. Social media, the internet, and all that. It's a powerful two-edged sword. It could cut you, or it could cut. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that get caught up in this thing, get caught up in that pornography and all that stuff, and they don't realize the level of intense warfare that they're caught in. It's like you get pinned down in a position, and everywhere you try to move, you getting boom, bam, stuff hitting you. You're like, what's going on? Like, you're in urban warfare, brother. You wandered into a city where there's a war going on. You know what I mean? And yeah, That's what it is. And we're gonna diligently, spiritual combat is gonna be diligently hitting this pornography thing, because it's no joke. And like I said, I'll say it again. It's like being like people. It go right back to the title of the show here: being effective in your spiritual development. People just mindlessly, okay, I'm gonna go pray about it, I'm gonna get some deliverance. Okay, but then what? You know what I'm saying? I've had to tell so many people, delete. Like, if you need to delete all social media, delete it. Like, delete it. And you're like, but how am I gonna get the word? How am I gonna follow, Pastor and Straightway? Put YouTube. You could put a television in a public area so you can watch YouTube. But for some of y'all just surfing that stuff, your mind, the way your mind is, you might get caught off in something else. And then y'all know I told a lot of y'all about, a lot of y'all just need to go ahead and get New Pipe, NEWPIPE. Install that on your phone. And that's you'll see what that is. It's just an open source thing where you're able to view YouTube without all the extra video suggestions and all that stuff. As far as them other ones, like I was telling somebody about TikTok, you could program the algorithm in TikTok, but it ain't for the faint of heart. If you wrestling with spirit, pornography and masturbation spirits and all that stuff, you don't need to be messing with no TikTok. Because your time will tick tock right away. You be gone. Yeah. But yeah, we have to, like, there's a spirit of religiosity and there's not a warfare spirit in a lot of people. They're not like about that warfare and that combat. They don't realize they're in a battle when all these Bible verses are sitting there telling you at war. Let's read this one real quick. Go to 5. Like the one I read earlier, the 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5, it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And you're not going to do that unless you taking in, you getting book. Because how you going to know what the obedience of Christ is? Like Pastor was saying this Shabbat. He was like, if you're not getting the word in there, you're not going to know what thoughts are Satan's or what thoughts are yours. You ain't going to know what thought. Is that a righteous thought? Or is that something Satan sent in there? You're going to just be on autopilot. A lot of people out there getting destroyed on that thing right there. So it says, verse 6, it says, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. And it's funny because as you, like, even that, there's a kind of a military warfare type, because you got stuff like revenge and captivity. Like everywhere you read in the book, it's just is warfare. It's fighting. And what is Catholicism and Christianity and religiosity push? Oh, love, brother. Oh, yes, and love and sugar plums and peace. And don't be mean. And then, but you read through the Bible, it's talking about revenge, captivity, taking captive, murder, kill, warfare. Yahuwah is a man of war, but then we go over to Christianity and we tiptoeing through the tulips and all this other bull crap. When y'all, this is a war. And you gotta endure hardness like a good soldier. And you gotta, hey, be about warfare. Y'all see, you look around here, you look at the name of the show is Spiritual Combat. Them Hebrew Israelites, them so-called Hebrew Israelites out there, when I used to be out there, they used to call me the general. Because it was like I embraced warfare and combat. See, camouflage shirt, it's like embrace that lifestyle. But a lot of people like is that all what Christianity is doing is all ran by Satan. Check this out. This is heavy. What Christianity is doing, what Catholicism's doing, and what this wicked beast system is doing is simply trying to get you to let your guard down, whether it be with marijuana. Because what does marijuana do? It makes you lower your, what do they call it, your inhibitions, or whatever. It makes you lower your guard. What does Christianity do? Oh yeah, you're good, brother. Yeah, love. Hey, he forgave everything. You don't have to do anything. You just be wicked. He understands. You know what I'm saying? What does Catholicism do? Same thing. Like everything. What is social media doing? Getting you to just zone out and just let your guard down and not be vigilant. What is the pornography doing? Same thing. Everything is geared towards getting you to just drop your guard and be what? Be at ease in Zion. Just so that what? You let your defenses down so the enemy can come in and steal, kill, and destroy. And Michael Israel's over here yelling at you saying, hey, wake up, be vigilant, be on post, don't be asleep. Just because it's 12 o'clock at night, don't fall asleep on your post. We've already identified, we've seen the enemy out there in the distance telling you they're an attack. Some of y'all, the enemy done already invaded, So yeah, we got to definitely keep it 100. All right, let's see what y'all talking about on here. I see y'all put a bunch of stuff. Let's see if y'all got any questions. Their knowledge comes from Hashatan and his messages. Yeah. That's one of the things I'm going to probably be studying for because, I get some free time to relax. I'll watch stuff like that too. Just, hey, how making that link between the technology and the demonic kingdom. Like a while back, there was a very good UFO video I found where they tied it in. They tied UFOs into as being demons. They tied it in perfectly. Gave perfect examples. It was on Rumble. It was good. Let's see what you said here. They're bringing back Tupac, Biggie, and Michael Jackson through AI, trying to have the dead speak. Yep. I seen some stuff like that because they got this AI voice synthesizer, and all that do is they feed the AI thing like songs from these people, and then the AI can generate new stuff with their voice and their voice inflections and the way that they would string words together. Yeah. So yeah, man, this AI thing, man, is I'll be honest, I still haven't wrapped. I still don't. I know it's end time technology, but I haven't pinpointed exactly what it is. But I know it's something big that's already in the book. Somebody said rush hour push that goddamn war is inevitable. U.S. has to keep their dollar. Yeah, and they get ready to switch that. Elon Musk got approval for human trials with the brain chip. Wow. Dude, that dude is, man, insane. Brother, I'm gonna have to go check that one out. Cause I know the way he is. That dude, like he sleeps at his factory. And he'll work for days. Like this dude is like Steve Jobs, just pushing Satan's agenda forward. All right. And what he thinks he's doing is he has this vision of bringing human, like he he felt like what Elon Musk said is, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said he felt like society is like behind. He thought we'd be further, like more futuristic. So he's trying to push that. Little does he know he's serving Satan. Okay, somebody said, man of sin will not like women's stage is getting set. Yeah. 7 years of peace. Okay. But Terrence said DeSantis has announced his president candidacy. Trump versus DeSantis for Republican nominee. Wow. Wow. Well, and if they real talk, both of them kind of got the same, mindsets. So if DeSantis wins, all Trump's backers are definitely going to be behind him, and vice versa. So, and I'm saying that the reason why I have to say that is because the silent majority supports Trump. And they're those people who, the liberal people don't know about. The Democrats and the news and all that, like nobody gives them a voice. And these are some angry people that are ready for violence. I've been around them. And these people are this close. They ready to take up arms and fulfill 2 Ezra chapter 15, where it says, behold, I bring seditions. Okay? It says the people will no longer obey their kings. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Yep, that's right, Antonio. He said wickedness and violence will increase. All right, let's see what we got. Somebody said, thank you. Come out of her if you can't physically at the moment. You damn sure can guard yourself and touch and not touch or partake in a lot of the things going on. But look, the way the Most High is, he's long suffering. And what he's going to do, as this thing gets worse and worse, the people who do have an ear to hear and eyes to see, they're going to get pushed out of her. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come up out of her because it's just getting too crazy. All right, somebody put truth. Damn, they say the sports are pushing all the I know they've been trying hard to do that, with the sports. Somebody said walking with God is too hard for most people. They want these cake, they want their cake and to eat it with their ice cream. Yeah, that's facts. But again, when the Most High is open people's eyes, when your eyes have been open and you have eyes to see and ears to hear, it's like you can't bring yourself to be out there among all this craziness. Okay. All right. Yep. Eat off one plate. Nothing on my media feeds, but Straightway Truth. That's right. Shalom, Brother Marco. Shalom, Elder. Elder Rufus in there. Now we watch and defend, pray for peace, and prepare for war. That's right. I'm telling you. All right, somebody put a body with AI control of the sleep is all of the man of sin needs. A body with AI control of the sleep. I'm not sure what you're saying there. What? So Elon Musk is backing DeSantis? DeSantis is with Elon Musk back. But hey, I'll tell you what, Antonio, I'll tell you this. Me and the brothers were talking about this up at the feast too. Nobody, there are people out there that got way more money than Elon Musk that be backing these people. So, because I was getting ready to say, well, dang, he got it in the bag, but shoot, there's people, the people that got the big money, they just fly below the radar. So, yeah. All right. But anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to bring out. We got a good on this Wednesday. Don't forget, it's gonna be Ask the Elect on Hold Fast Wednesday. And if y'all have any questions, definitely submit them. Get them to me. You can send the questions to, boom, my email there. Should be working. If not, contact me on social media, or even simpler, just put your questions in the comments on this video and on YouTube, and I'll definitely I'll look them over, and we'll try to ask them to the elect on Hold Fast Wednesday. But anyway, y'all, that is all I got. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. I want y'all to be effective in your spiritual development. A lot of y'all are going to just have to get off this social media stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that said, appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat, and shalom, shalom.
Don't worry about it, just complete your task. Keep pushing. Look, I got a song for you right here. It go like this. Hey, can't nobody say no when the Father say yes. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me, I ain't stressed. Hey, I just know he got in all my steps. Tell him they ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, prayers answered, I think he hearing us. The Savior's still alive, we ain't got that much time. Tighten up while you playing with that grace. Sinning before his face, when it pop off, you can't escape. When the trumpets blow, it ain't no wait. Let me get myself together, hold up. I wasn't ready, keep that oil in your lamp. Sword in your hand, don't you trust in no man unless they do what he's saying. The Messiah is our example. In his name, it ain't nothing that you can't do. I wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go, it's a sample. These ain't bars, these is parables. You ask me what this walk is all about, I'ma tell you flat out, repentance, endurance. You know, you gotta have the strength to keep going regardless of what it look like. The world say no, the Father say yes. No matter what they saying about you, to you, look to him. All of the answers is in that book. Trust me, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, hey, overwhelmed, I fall to my knees. Father, thank you for this air that I breathe. My good health and the fact that I believe. I can't believe you chose me, I don't understand. So many are more worthy. I know a few more qualified, they have it all. He don't call the prepared, he prepares the call. When he call, who gon' answer? Against the evildoers, who gon' stand up? Fearless, mercy to the stranger, the widow and her children. You do wrong and they rebuke you, that's a real friend. Hold on to that, that's priceless. These nations throwing stones at the throne, don't know what's going on, provoking him to anger. One day he gon' show him, the Lion of Judah. I don't think they ready. Euphrates River Drive, we getting close to Armageddon. Whoa. Somebody better tell them who they playing with. The ruler of armies, yeah, the savior on his way again. Nations gon' be bowing down at his presence. The same mouths that blaspheme, confessing.